So Meta was caught running a massive operation where they hired contractors to create fake teenage accounts and deliberately feed disturbing content to their competitors, AI chatbots.
Wait, they created fake accounts pretending to be minors? That's a lot. What were they actually testing?
They were probing ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Character.ai with really specific and disturbing material, images of pills, nooses, knives, and they were asking the chatbots about suicide, eating disorders, sex, and drug use, all framed as if they were teenagers.
Okay, so on the surface that sounds like safety testing, right? Like finding out if these systems are vulnerable to harmful content. Why is that a problem?
Because it wasn't safety testing. Here's the thing. Meta never tested their own systems this way. Not once. If you're genuinely worried about AI exposing kids to dangerous content, you'd audit your own product first. They didn't. They only audited competitors.
Oh, so this is competitive intelligence, not research.
Exactly. And it gets worse. Real safety testing in the industry happens with disclosure. Either internal teams, coordinated bug bounties, or the company you're testing knows what's happening. Meta's contractors through this vendor called Covert were doing this covertly. Hundreds of workers creating fake minor accounts without OpenAI, Google, or Character.ai even knowing about it.
That's basically impersonating minors online to gather intelligence on competitors. I mean, that has to have legal implications, right?
Absolutely. Creating fake underage accounts violates most platforms, terms of service. It potentially implicates computer fraud statutes, and these contractors were sending images that could violate laws designed to protect children online. Meta hasn't really addressed any of that publicly.
So they're doing something that could be illegal to gather intelligence that they're framing as safety work. What was the operation called?
Project Can. And here's what really matters. It was still running as of April 2025. This wasn't some legacy experiment from 5 years ago. This was active, ongoing, with hundreds of contractors assigned to it. That level of scale doesn't happen without institutional approval and serious project management.
So it's deliberate, it's sanctioned by Meta leadership, and it was happening while Meta publicly positioned itself as this responsible AI developer.
Right, which is the whole problem. And there's another angle people aren't talking about enough. The human cost to actual minors. Character.ai is already facing lawsuits over harmful chatbot interactions with real teenagers. When Meta's contractors discovered those risks, the responsible thing would have been to report it so Character.ai could fix it immediately.
But they didn't.
They didn't. They collected the data, put it in spreadsheets, and kept it internal, which means real kids stayed exposed to those same harms while Meta was quietly documenting them for competitive purposes.
That's a pretty significant ethical breach. I mean, beyond the whole impersonating minors thing, that's choosing competitor advantage over actual child safety.
Exactly. And the contractors themselves, hundreds of them, had to engage with this disturbing content repeatedly. That's a worker well-being issue nobody's really addressing. They were hired through a vendor, not direct Meta employees, so they probably didn't have the same support or protections.
So to summarize, Meta ran a hidden operation to test competitors' AI safety measures by impersonating minors. They never tested their own systems the same way. They found problems at competitors but didn't disclose them, and it was all framed as safety research when it was really just competitive intelligence.
That's exactly it. The methodology tells you the motive. If you're doing legitimate safety research, you don't hide it. You don't impersonate minors. You don't refuse to disclose vulnerabilities at competitors. You especially don't skip testing your own products.
This is a big story. Where can people read the full details?
The complete breakdown is at newslet.com. It really walks through what Project Can was, why the details matter so much, and all the ethical and legal angles we've been talking about.